Hey, great to see you. Glad you dropped by. And I wanted to talk a little bit about what special abilities may have been trained out of us, either as kids in our family system or through the educational system, through the religious system, or even as adults, in the corporate system or socially. So, when I was growing up, I was an empath, a super empath. I could immediately feel the tenor, the tone, the mood, the emotions of the adults and the other children around me. I felt definitely like an outsider, like I didn't fit in and I didn't belong, even though I did my best to fit in and to belong. But I was also highly telepathic until around 10, 11 years old when it became too dangerous to exhibit that kind of capability. And I had spoken out to one of my father's friends about her behavior between her children, her two sons. She had very different treatment of one son than the other, and I just spoke up and out about it, and it caused a lot of trouble. And it was due to my telepathic ability and my empathic ability that I had the sense of knowing. And um, once that happened, that out in the open, I tapped that ability down and I hid it away. And I tried to discount my intuition and my empathic ability, and definitely my telepathic ability, and compartmentalize them. Also, the religious system that I was in didn't really acknowledge intuition as being a superpower. I remember listening to the sermons on Sunday and I was young. I was probably 6 or 7, listening to the suggestions that I needed a broker to talk to God. And I just was in such disgust. I remember sitting in the pew, in the row, staring at the officiate, thinking, what are you saying? So just these knowings, these special abilities, often there are superpowers, there are strengths, and they get trained out of us by the toxic systems that we have grown up in, that we are surrounded by, that we are infiltrated by, that we are programmed into. And as an adult, it's been decades of basically unwrapping the sticky tape and the gorilla glue and the duct tape that's been wrapped around, my authentic belief systems and abilities, and coming to know myself and trust these parts of my being, and probably your being as well, your intuition, your subtle sense of knowing, um, and certain paths that you may be taking. You may have deviated from the norm and then been shamed for that deviation and fallen back into line and marched on like an automaton. And maybe now you're waking up and out of that and wondering about it all. And I think that there's point and purpose for us all in that. I think that those toxic systems are actually crumbling and quaking, and you are in the right place to start to wonder or to voice it and to express yourself. I mean, certainly for me, it wasn't easy to write a book called Toxic Family and stand up and voice some of these secrets that I kept secret forever. Most people didn't even know what was going on inside my family system. And telling the truth has been really challenging, but it's been a part of what I see as my mission here, to help awaken you and awaken me to the truth of our reality and the exceptional capabilities that we have as human beings for compassion, for living from heart, for living with true, authentic purpose, and to create a really loving environment, a heaven on earth. Here, it is possible. So I just wanted to start the conversation here today and would love to hear what special abilities or what belief systems may have been trained out of you, either as a youngster, as a teen, or in your adulthood, how you've experienced it, how it's manifested, and how you may be waking up to that now, waking up and taking a different pathway, circling back to that authenticness within and living a bit more from the inside of your being out rather than the outside in, as we've been trained by all the toxicity that surrounds us. So please comment below if you have something to share. You can also schedule your Taste of Freedom complimentary session with me. Just go to susangold.us. I'm so glad you're here. If this has rung any bells in you and you think it might be helpful to someone else, please share this video, like and subscribe if that fits. And yeah, I'm just really wanting to hear your stories as well, and want to commend you for taking the walk here on this beautiful, ebullient planet. It's an amazing time, even though it may feel as if it's all in upheaval. Maybe it's the opportune time for us to go back to what our truth really was and start living from that authentic place of being. So take good care. I really look forward to the next time. And remember, we are in this together.